Voting has ended in most parts of the state. There are a few places where, of course, maybe they had some logistics issue. Just a handful of them that we're having information that voting may just be, they just started concluding voting at those areas. But largely, they're counting in most of the places, and the results have been put together so that they can have an onward movement to the INEC headquarters. At the moment, myself and some of the crew members of Channel Television, we are at the INEC headquarters in Lokoja here in Kogi State, where the room is getting set, where the results are going to be announced, the compilation and the putting together of all the figures and the numbers that will determine the final winner or the winner in this very crucial Kogi governorship election. So the room is set, the cameras are set, the seats are there, empty, but then what we are all waiting for is the returning officer, the collation officer from across the state and the party agents to arrive, and one after the other, just as we always experience in governorship elections, for them to arrive one after the other, then we will actually know who gets what, party by party, local government by local government, word by word, and again, we'll know the eventual result when it's put together, and then the returning officer is going to give us the details of the eventual result. Sulaiman.
Sean, we've seen a couple of elections in the country, specifically the last election, under the leadership of Professor Atairu Jega. How would you, or how did this particular one go, knowing full well that INEC has a new leadership?
Yeah, interesting, because that's something that came to mind, that Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, the man who got into office a few days afterwards, is going to be conducting a very crucial election. Don't forget, this election is keenly contested. These are two guys, two of the major contenders who have been head-to-head before, and they're coming again in the most crucial time of the year. And a lot of people are saying that INEC needs to hold its ground, the security operatives need to hold its ground, because we know that we have passionate supporters of some of these major contenders. Look, out of the 22 major contenders, 3 of them at one time or the other witnessed power. They've been in the position of authority in the state, either acting governor, deputy governor, or governor of the state. But at this time, it's crucial, and a lot of attention was on Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, how he's going to fare in this sense. So, largely, the issue of permanent voter cards, the card readers came to bear, how INEC is able to improve upon what it did in 2015 general election. But this time around, talking to observers and monitors who came around from foreign observers and local observers, there seems to be a lot of improvements from what we saw in the general election that happened earlier in the year, and of course, this very election. INEC looks so much that it has improved on its logistic challenges. They look so much like they've gotten a hang on some of this issue of the card readers and all of that. A few glitches there and there, though, but then it looks that largely they've been able to put themselves together in this particular situation. Sulaiman, it will interest you to know that in most of the polling centers across the state, we had ad hoc officials, INEC staff arriving about half an hour before the start of the exercise. That is incredibly fast. That's an incredible achievement for the commission that looks to overcome the logistics problem. If that's what they have achieved today, I think that's the way to go, Sulaiman.